So hey anime fans, the series name is What If Naruto Got Harem with Transformer Girl, so let's start the series. Poop am I dead? Naruto thought as he floated in a dark nothingness missing his right hand. Hi, kid, a blasting yet delicate voice shared with him as a blue light sparkled. It is a delight to meet you, he said benevolent. Anything this person is areas of strength for he thought. I'm Primus. Primus told him. What's more, I give a rodent's ass why. Naruto said hearing him laugh. Nobody has at any point addressed me appreciate that your nerve and uncouthness is invigorating my kid, Primus said to. What is it that you need? Where am I? Naruto asked him inquisitively. Your dad sent you to Hagoromo, Primus said. Elderly person sage alright what is it? Naruto asked inquisitively. A second opportunity at life as a transformer, a being that can change into various vehicles, Primus told him. Okay, let's get down to business, Naruto said just. You are charging in head first. What might be said about the risks you can choose not to? Primus asked him inquisitively. Assuming I get the opportunity to safeguard somebody, I'll take that risk. Regardless, I will safeguard each and every individual who needs securing. That is who Naruto Namikaze is. You are really deserving of the title and acclaim you have been given by Hagoromo, Primus said, sounding appreciative, and I ought to give him something for his courage, he pondered internally. So what do I do? Naruto asked him. Remain still, Primus said as Naruto was gone in a blue light. Will he be protected? Hagoromo asked, showing up before the light. You realize I cannot ensure that, Primus said, seeing the man grin making him confounded. Then he'll be fine, Hagoromo said as Naruto Namikaze was an ideal likeness to his child. What did you give him in any case? He asked him inquisitively. Cybertron. Screw you, Naruto expressed, alluding to the blue light as he felt his inner parts were consuming. Well, I look magnificent, he said as he saw that he had an orange paint work with dark features. Your new name is Naruto Prime. Be well, Primus' voice said to him prior to disappearing. The best whirlwind, Naruto said, preferring the name before a piece of his back moved. Hello, let me out, let me out. Kurama's voice said as a piece of Naruto fell. What in the world did you do? He asked, pondering for what valid reason he was little and made of metal. Turned into a monster outsider robot, evidently, Naruto said, looking at himself. What am I doing here? You passed on finish of story. I change in a couple of years, that is all there is to it. Why the fuck am I dragged into your BS? Kurama asked him, not exactly caring happy he was with his dearest companion. The elderly person sage sent us, Naruto told him, really quieting him down. Am I ill-fated to be left with you for the present and everlastingly? Kurama said as his life was generally insane with Naruto. Do we begin climbing or how about we fly? Naruto asked him as he had wings yet additionally wheels. No thought, best of luck, Kurama said, turning into a piece of him once more. Hi, a lady with a red and white paintwork expressed emerging from a corner. Did you come from the well? She asked as she felt an enormous flood of force from the well of all sparks, however was interested as it typically spat out sparklings. Well, welcome to you, excessively gorgeous, on the off chance that is what I emerged from. No doubt, Naruto expressed, glancing back at the well. Goodness, that is far down, he said as he peered down the well. I go by high alert. We ought to go. The Decepticons might have felt the energy flood as I did, High Alert said. Decepti who? Naruto asked inquisitively. Goodness, High Alert said as she understood he was made. Sorry, I am Naruto Prime, Naruto said, rapidly getting used to his name. That is no joke. High Alert said as this made sense of why the very much had a flood, as the very much had been dead for quite a while until this day. Indeed, and these Decepticons, are they purple? Naruto asked her. That is the normal variety decision, red being the Autobot variety. However, a couple Decepticons don red too. For what reason do you inquire? High Alert asked him. That, Naruto expressed, pointing as two comparative purple bots showed up. Stop, distinguish yourselves, a Vehicon asked them in a requesting tone. Twins, or do they all appear to be identical? Naruto asked her. They are made to my seeing, yet at the same time Cybertronian, High Alert shared with him. And Autobot filth, the other Vehicon shared with her. Now that is no real way to converse with a woman, Naruto said as he got before High Alert. It's a non-partisan, we ought to catch him and take him to Ruler Megatron, the first Vehicon said to the next. Non-partisan? Naruto asked her. You have neither the Autobot badge nor the Decepticon, so you are an impartial, High Alert shared with him. I said quietness, filth, the Vehicon said as he caused a blaster to show up. How about you single out someone comparable to yourself? Naruto asked them. Hush up, the Vehicon said, impacting him. Screw that, stung, Naruto said, feeling his chest. You're mending. High Alert said as her optics enlarged in shock as she had seen this attribute in organics, not in other Cybertronians. It was the reason for surgeons. The impact twisted recuperated in short order. Damn, Naruto said as he never mended that quick. He's as yet alive. That seemed to be an impact to the Flash. The second Vehicon shared with the first. It was, I'm certain of it, the first Vehicon shared with the second. Both of you are in a tough situation now, Naruto said, breaking his digits, and a blade jumped out of his back. What the? The first Vehicon said before the weapon hit him in the faceplate, pushing him over. Cool. Naruto said before the sword appeared to fly into his hand. Cooler, he said, tossing the cutting edge at the first Vehicon's head. This is DRI 24 dash, the second Vehicon was saying before Naruto getting his sword, cutting it through the chest plate of the second Vehicon, killing him quickly. Amazing, High Alert said as Naruto helped her back onto her feet. I'm speculating those folks are the troublemakers. Naruto asked her. Indeed, High Alert told him. Dark and yellow person approaching, Naruto said as he took a cautious position before her as a dark and yellow bot moved toward them. He's a companion, High Alert said. Hi little honey bee, she said as she probably was aware honey bee as a shining. There's no sign of danger, come on RC and Chromia, honey bee said as he was satisfying his name as a scout. Two female bots moved toward, seeming to be comparable, yet one was dim blue and the other was sky blue. Who's he? High Alert, RC asked, not seeing an emblem. A recently made Cybertronian, and in the event that I might tell the truth, he's not terrible, High Alert said with a little blush. He can battle? Chromia asked inquisitively. Goodness yes, High Alert said rapidly. Furthermore, can he? One strike kills on these two, Honeybee expressed, taking a gander at the dead Vehicons, and could immediately determine what occurred as High Alert was very little for activity and could scarcely battle. He safeguarded me when two Vehicons appeared. He got impacted, however the injury recuperated in a question of nanoclicks, High Alert said, making them confounded. He mended? RC asked, as that was not a quality their race had ever. Figure we ought to carry him to Optimus. Chromia asked the others. Most certainly he's a Prime, High Alert said as the others froze. Naruto Prime, at your disposal, Naruto said with a slight bow. We should pursue a choice quick as it's inevitable before more Decepticreeps appear, Honeybee said. He saved my life, Honeybee, High Alert told him. Honeybee realized it was significant when she utilized his name. Could you at any point keep up? He asked Naruto. I suspect as much, Naruto expressed, uncertain as he's actually knowing how to make his body work. Accompany us, we'll cover you, RC said impartially. Lead the way, gorgeous, Naruto said with a grin. Chromia started to snicker as RC lost her balance briefly as her sister was becoming flushed. Cautious sister, you're overheating, she said as RC got redder. Shut up, it's simply warm here, RC said, bothered. A couple breams later. We're here, RC said as they show up at their objective. Ah, and I was partaking in the organization of you three alluring femmes, Naruto said with a sneer. Honeybee chuckled as he observed each of the three of their faceplates become red. You're smooth, he shared with him. Jazz ought to take a few examples. He as a rule gets hit or impacted, he expressed giggling as hard as possible. I used to realize a person like that, yet he wasn't smooth, he was a deviant, Naruto shared with him. Open up, young men, we're coming in with another person, Chromia said as they showed up at the entryways of the base, which opened up and a red bot emerged. No time like the present, all of you appeared. I was starting to think I was passing up the tomfoolery, Cliffjumper said with a sure grin. Huh, exceptionally entertaining precipice, RC said as she waved at her accomplice. Holy cow, man, what you been eating? Cliff jumped asked Naruto. You're greater than the boss bot by a head, perhaps pale head, he told him. Nothing when I awakened, and much obliged. Naruto said, not knowing by what other means to answer. So what's your name, unbiased? Been seeing less and less of your sort, Cliffjumper said somewhat unfortunately, as many have been captured or killed. Naruto Prime, and what do you mean my sort? Naruto asked him. Not that numerous neutrals out any longer, generally taken by the cons to become cons, Cliffjumper said until he discovered something. You're not kidding, he said in shock. Could somebody at any point answer me why you all continue to respond like that when I say my name? What precisely is a prime at any rate? Naruto asked them before a huge red and blue bot emerged to them. Optimus Prime, Honeybee said. I accept I can respond to that, Optimus Prime said as he moved toward them. Optimus is this person, truly is he a prime? Cliffjumper asked him. The lattice of initiative is associated with him. This mech is to be sure an individual prime, Optimus shared with them. Network of what happens next? Naruto asked him. The all-around made him on this day, High Alert said, amazing them. Shouldn't he be a shining then? Cliffjumper asked her. Not on the off chance that he was made explicitly by Primus, High Alert told them as she was knowledgeable throughout the entire existence of the Primes. He saved me from the Vehicons. He was impacted, however recuperated inside nanoclicks, she told them. I in all actuality do detect the force of Primus moving through him, Optimus said as Primus provided him with the network of authority. On the off chance that he was simply conceived, then shouldn't he really want Energon? RC asked as he was turned out great. Ener what? Naruto inquired. Quit posing inquiries attractive, Chromia told him as she could grasp his disarray. Perhaps I'll stop in the event that you're noting them beautiful, and go ahead and look at me any time, Nurture, Naruto said as High Alert did a sweep on him. He appears to be entirely fine, completely energized, High Alert shared with the others. Decent, Jazz could advance a few things from you, Bluff said as Chromia become flushed once more. Much appreciated. I think about when I was conceived I became smooth, Naruto said scouring the rear of his rudder. About damn time you became anything with ladies, Kurama told him through their connection. Alright, I'm shooting you, Naruto thought to him as he catapulted him. You want to go? He asked him pointing his weapon at him. Bring it you fucking pipsqueak. Kurama said as an automatic weapon jumped out of his back. He's a prime and an ejector. Optimus asked inquisitively, then saw something, that is no joke, he said seeing the haggles. Try what? Naruto asked as he didn't have the foggiest idea about these terms. Like I said before, attractive, Chromia shared with him. Well, I'm sorry, wonderful, however I know nothing about everything, Naruto said as she chuckled. Well, could I show you how to utilize your body, Chromia said coquettishly. Goodness, we're taking this to the bed now? Naruto asked her. Gracious man, he is smooth. Can I get a few hints? Honeybee asked him. Whenever little fella, Naruto shared with him as the two clench hand knock. Man, are you a wrecker? We just got a fellow and you feel way more grounded, Honeybee asked him. I don't have the foggiest idea what that is, as I probably am aware nothing about what's happening, how to make my body work or do anything, Naruto said. Come in, we will make sense of and help you, Optimus told him. About damn time, Naruto said as he and Kurama followed them inside as the entryways shut behind them. Few breams later, how can he kick all our ass to the damn pit? Cliffjumper said as Optimus mentioned they train him and Naruto had crushed him in battle, bulkhead in strength, and was dashing Honey Bee when he learned vehicle mode, 2018 Lamborghini Aventador S Roadster. Much thanks to you Primus, Naruto thought as Primus gave him 2 vehicle modes. Quicker, more grounded, studlier, youngster has everything, the huge green bot bulkhead said as he watched him be quicker than Honey Bee. I'm simply that great, enormous person, Naruto said as he figured they'd most likely think he was insane assuming he discussed his past life. He's great, High Alert shared with Optimus as she and him were watching him. Should be assuming that he's now got the optics of you 3 currently on him despite the fact that he's a couple breams old, Cliffjumper said with a laugh. You have an adequate number of scratches in your edge as of now, accomplice, don't make me add more, RC shared with him. Trying to say, see you haven't removed your optics from him, Precipice shared with her as he was sore. He's exceptionally talented, Sneak said as he scarred the vast majority there. By the pit Slink, RC shared with her kindred ninja. He moves and strikes like a ninja, peculiar for such a youngling, Slink said examining Naruto. Honey Bee was gasping as Naruto came out on top in their race. You really got me worn out, that is difficult to do, Honey Bee shared with him as he dropped to his knees. Same here, I'm an endurance freak, Naruto shared with him helping him back up. Naruto immediately pivoted in an extraordinary accomplishment of speed and obstructed a punch from Lurk. Pleasant reflexes, Slink said dazzled. Your balance is off, Naruto said as everybody saw him in shock. Are you a digital ninja? Lurk asked in shock before Naruto swiped the lower part of his feet. Does that answer your inquiry? Naruto asked him with a grin as he stretched out his hand to Sneak to help him up. He thumped down Sneak. No one thumps down Lurk, RC said in bewilderment as she had lost endless fights against Slink. Did you train? Stand by, don't bother, Slink said as he nearly failed to remember Naruto was recently made. Maybe we can show one another. I was prepared in the digital ninja expressions and you can assist me with turning out to be better, he said as his lord let him know everybody had something to show each other. I'll assist anybody in any capacity I with canning, Naruto said happily. Optimus observed gladly as during this war companionships and bonds could be produced. It'll be ideal to have an individual prime nowadays, he thought, as there hadn't been different primes in ages. You have destroying balls, cool, it'd be cooler if you would send off them or swing them, Naruto told Bulkhead. It's not generally about extravagant overhauls in this war, kid, you have to utilize what you got, Bulkhead said as he destroying ball was his essential weapon. As a matter of fact, several redesigns wouldn't sound so terrible these days, Honey Bee said as he had been significant to update himself for some time. My lord Yokotron once let me know it's the ninja bot, not the weapon, Slink said as he liked to stay with what he had acquired. Savvy words, in the event that you depend on a weapon a lot of you become powerless and defenseless, Naruto said as he probably was aware battle strategies, going to try out flight mode later, he expressed changing into Lockheed F-117 Nighthawks. No time like the present, we got a bot with flight, Bulkhead said as there was a benefit the Decepticons had over them. One bot may not be sufficient, High Alert told him. Genuine, however, one bot can have a significant effect, Sneak shared with her. Few Vorns later. Gracious peace, Naruto said as Cliffjumper showed him a couple of revile words. He was as of now being trailed by 3 stream-like planes. Keep still, auto pipsqueak, we'll end it fast, a to some degree manly however whiny voice said. Starscream, stand by, there aren't any images on this one, a feminine voice shared with the mainstream. Definitely, we got ourselves an unbiased, another manly voice said. Land quickly impartial, Starscream told him. Kiss my back guard, misfire head, Naruto said. Starscream snarls as the two planes close to him giggle. Slipstream, Thundercracker, shut it, he said furiously. This one must be valiant to confront your apprehensive ass, Slipstream said delicately snickering. Everybody can do this, sister. Starscream is essentially as startling as a shining pitching a fit, Thundercracker said as they shared another giggle hearing Starscream snarl. Every one of the 4 planes landed and the 3 Decepticons gazed at Naruto. Goodness, are you a mech or a fembot? Naruto asked Starscream. He has a point, Thundercracker told Starscream seeing his impact point-like feet. Ought to have been gotten updates as he did, sibling. Slipstream said as not very far in the past they generally seem to be comparative as they are trios until they got new looks. I'm wonderful how I'm beloved sister, Starscream shared with her. You mean with a voice that breaks each time you fly off the handle, whiny voice as well, very thin body I mean are you attempting to be a femme? Slipstream asked him as Thundercracker giggled. I'm genuinely inquiring, she shared with him. Ought to have been remained with your old body type, in those days others could view you in a serious way, as that was the structure the second in charge of the Decepticons ought to have been seen to be, Thundercracker said as he had less of the little regard he had for Starscream. We can discuss this later, how about we manage this unbiased first for the good of all Spark? Starscream expressed irately as he needed to end this humiliating discussion. Come on, continue going I'm partaking in this, Naruto said as he was holding in giggles. For what reason are mechs so damn large? Thundercracker said as a ton of mechs appeared to be getting greater. That sounds like an individual issue there pal, Naruto said as Slipstream held her sides. Nah, that is all screamy, I have preferred possibilities with femmes over he does, Thundercracker said as Slipstream giggled more enthusiastically. Also, both of you can't help thinking about why I don't label group with both of you, group of trios, most awful thought ever, Starscream said shaking his head as his siblings generally utilized each opportunity they needed to humiliate him. You're really this person's kin, seems like the pits, Naruto shared with Slipstream and Thundercracker. Goodness you have no clue you gotta name enormous stuff. Slipstream asked him. Naruto take actions, making naughtiness and helping other people is my game, Naruto said as Starscream pointed his blaster at him. A great ha unimaginable, Starscream said. Perhaps not, the very much was accounted for dynamic in the event that you recall accurately, Slipstream said as she naturally suspected it was talk as their chief fundamentally killed the planet. That was me, Naruto shared with them. Maybe Megatron might want to have a few words with you, Thundercracker said as Megatron would either make him join the Decepticons or kill him or even have him dissected. I anticipate meeting him, he's wanted his butt kicked for quite a while now, Naruto said as he needed a turn buckethead. Ruler Megatron. Starscream said as he went to his comm. Hardly any snaps later. Astonishing a superb unbiased, Megatron said. Happy you're flabbergasted you obsolete piece of equipment, Naruto said as the trios stepped back. Megatron simply giggled at him creepily. A prime with a spine I've really seen everything, he said laughing marginally. Goodness, you haven't seen anything with me, Buckethead, Naruto told him taking out his blade. Indeed youthful prime let me test your mettle and check whether you are commendable, Megatron shared with him. The two charged as Megatron released the edge from his combination gun and the two conflicted yet Naruto headbutted him prior to kicking him in the waist. Battling messy, a prime could never dash, Megatron was saying prior to carrying far removed as Naruto was going to trample his face. Told you, you haven't seen anything with me, Naruto said as he put stock in honor however he likewise accepted to involving a portion of similar strategies as the foe. Once more, Megatron simply snickered, it is really commendable, he said as he had prepared Optimus before he turned into a Prime, and with the information on the make preparations he showed him improved to his level to captivate at last or rival that. Naruto and him rankled in an arm lock before Megatron could really see Naruto starting to outmuscle him before he attempted a headbutt, just to find Naruto's covering was more diligently than he naturally suspected as he moaned and held his rudder. Naruto then, at that point, snatched Megatron and threw him to the ground, yet was sent flying as Megatron in mid-air terminated his group at Naruto. You might be talented youthful Prime, yet I have been prepared in the pits of Cheion, Megatron expressed uproariously, as he probably was aware Naruto was extremely gifted in battle from the manner in which he moved and held himself. Starscream was quietly pulling for Naruto to kill Megatron so he could at last assume control over the Decepticon cause. Is that the best you got, old bot? Also, you call yourself the head of the Decepticons, Naruto said as he felt sore and wounded. Megatron snarled out of resentment as he held up his sharp edge. Naruto's eyes enlarged as he was by all accounts filtering Megatron all the more exactly his weapon. A silver seepage came from Naruto's arm which showed a combination gun very much like Megatron's. This is new, Naruto said astounded. Naruto then shot his new weapon and sent Megatron flying squarely into a wall. Incomprehensible, might he at any point adjust? No Cybertronian can do that. Megatron said as no Cybertronian has at any point had the capacity he just saw Naruto do. Naruto looked as information appeared to run past his optics, similar to he was figuring out how Megatron utilized his weapons and how he battled just from seeing it. Megatron moaned as he was spilling energon gravely, Decepticons, retreat. He said as Slipstream and Thundercracker helped him. Awesome, Naruto said as he was stunned he could do that. Afterward, I've heard on certain Cybertronians ready to duplicate others' appearances however never their weapons and battle abilities, High Alert said as the Surgeon Fastener was helping her output Naruto. Hear that youngster, you're unique, Bulkhead said a little intrigued as Megatron's cannon was extremely weighty mounted guns. As he as of now is, Optimus said. Hold up, Naruto said as the gun vanished. Center attempt to bring it back, Optimus exhorted him. Naruto shut his eyes before both of his arms had that silver slime once more and this time 2 combination guns were on his arms. Exceptional, Fastener said as he accumulated an example of the fluid. What in Primus Center, Cliffjumper said as they checked out at the perusing of the slime. It has all the earmarks of being fluid digital matter, Wrench said as something like this was considered incomprehensible as the metal had been hanging around for ages. Naruto, how could you find this capacity? Optimus asked inquisitively. Megatron was going to kill me, information stumbled into my optics and bam fluid emerged and I have a gun, Naruto said. Did you disconnect it, Buckethead? Cliffjumper asked contemplating whether he did. No, a draw. He took off, Naruto said as everybody let out a murmur as that was the manner by which it for the most part was with Megatron in the event that he didn't kill you. Stand by, you made him take off. Honeybee asked shocked as he never got exceptionally near the Decepticon pioneer. No doubt, surmise he can't take his very own portion medication, punctured him making him spill seriously. Slipstream and Thundercracker needed to assist with getting him out while Starscream just remained there, Naruto said. Striking, it genuinely seems like you can adjust and imitate others. You are unique, my companion, High Alert said as this capacity was something different. Gracious, check whether you can duplicate these infants, Bulkhead said as he took out his destroying balls and Slink took out his tossing stars. Naruto looked as their information came to his optics as the fluid digital matter shaped over his hands making destroying balls as the tossing stars were around his hip. For what reason are his more modest? Bulkhead inquired. It should work with respect to his size, High Alert said as that was the main thing that sounded good to her as Naruto had more modest hands than Bulkhead. With We might be one bit nearer to at last consummation this conflict, RC said as 2 primes surely caused things to appear to be simpler. Ah, you like me, Naruto expressed teasingly prior to giggling. Many years after the fact on the planet, might I at any point ask what on earth you're doing? Naruto asked areas of strength for an holographic human body as he just found Michaela Blight's attempting to hot-wire him and similarly as he failed to remember it. We both understand what you were doing, he said as he could see she planned to Bologna her way out of this. Could you at any point fault me? Take a gander at this vehicle, individuals' fantasy about having great vehicles like these, Michaela said as the vehicle was excessively astonishing. Want to go for a ride? Naruto asked her inquisitively. The vehicle or you? Michaela asked with a smile as she needed to concede he was attractive. Stand by a young lady attempts to take your vehicle and you let her off simple, she asked as this sounded unrealistic. That's right, now scooch over, I see a cop vehicle, Naruto said as he saw a cop vehicle and strongly suspected the driver misfired. Blockade, he thought as he was a Decepticon scout continuously going unnoticed just by being casual to get data. Got the law on your tail or something? Michaela asked as she wasn't one to talk at all seeing as she has perpetrated a heap of violations since an early age. Quiet down and get in, presently. That person's difficulty, Naruto expressed critically as need might have arisen to act cool. Alright, Michaela expressed getting in the vehicle. Goodness, this going to be awful, hang on, Naruto said as he did some major going mud romping. What's this person's concern? Michaela asked inquisitively as the cop was doing major careless driving before they got off street. He's after me, Naruto shared with her just. The damnation did you do to irritate him? Michaela asked as the person appeared to hold resentment. I could conceivably shot him in a specific spot, Naruto said as he snickered at the memory of shooting this Decepticon's metal rollers. Wow, Michaela said with a laugh as that was somewhat entertaining. What's more, I might have released a few liquids on him, Naruto said as he was screwed up a little when that's what he did and it sincerely wasn't his proudest second. Wowzers, and I assumed I knew terrible young men, Michaela said as that was really the most clever thing she heard. Stand by, why'd you shoot him? She asked inquisitively as he didn't appear to be the rough sort. He attempted to kill me, Naruto said essentially. Michaela gave him a look before the cop vehicle hit the rear of the vehicle. Push it up your rearward, you piece of slag, Naruto told him indignantly. This person's attempting to kill us. Michaela said as the cop vehicle attempted to stir things up around town of the vehicle, yet Naruto accelerated so as to evade. Not you, he needs me, Naruto said prior to looking forward. Gracious, poop, he said as they were hitting a dead end and set out toward an impasse. You have a firearm in here? Michaela asked glancing through his glove box and the lower part of his front seat. Not the benevolent, that is no joke, Naruto said as he turned out to confront the cop vehicle. Hang on, he said as the need might have arisen to zero in on what he was going to do. The damnation? Michaela asked as she saw shots discharge from the front. What on earth is this, a government operative vehicle? She asked somewhat more dazzled. Way off the mark, Naruto said as spy vehicles didn't have anything on him. Michaela looked as the cop vehicle appeared to move and make guns and rockets sent off. What on earth? She said, stunned in surprise. Hang on. Naruto said as he discharged his own rockets to stop the ones that were shot. Give up, Autobot, and I may just allow you to live, Blockade said, his tone clearly deceiving him. Auto what? Michaela asked inquisitively. Well, no point now, Naruto said as his multi-dimensional image vanished and he went into his bipedal state with Michaela still within him. Better rush, he thought as. Naruto Prime, the worst thing about the Decepticons, Blockade told him with a glare as he changed. Blockade, actually haven't quit attempting to set things straight, have you? Naruto inquired. Never. Blockade said in unadulterated rage. For what reason mightn't you at any point be like the vast majority of different cons and leave Megatron? Loads of them have, Naruto said as he persuaded a con to a great extent. I will obliterate you and those swindlers. Blockade said as he impacted at Naruto. Naruto scarcely jumped as the shots hit him. I see you've gotten a few overhauls since we last met, Blockade said. A couple Vorns will do that, Cade, Naruto said as he made two blades show up. Thank you Wheeljack, he contemplated internally as he had an unplanned. You're fortunate my energon is low, yet I'll be back. Blockade said as he drove away. Gracious peace, Naruto said as he opened up his chest, part of Michaela perspiring and gasping as she admired his face. Hi, he said as she gazed at him. What's more, I assumed I met bizarre young men previously, Michaela said prior to seeing a few spots of his protective layer started. You're harmed? She asked inquisitively. Nothing a brief period won't fix, Naruto shared with her. Hey, now I can possibly fix this, Michaela said as Naruto moved into vehicle mode and his visualization returned on. Not cool man, she said as being inside him as he changed was startling. Sorry I was unable to oppose, Naruto said with a smile. Afterward, whose vehicle is this? Carly Spencer asked as Michaela was dealing with a costly-looking vehicle. If it's not too much trouble, let me know you didn't take it, she said as Michaela was similar to her father. No, I didn't take it, Michaela said as Carly gave her a plain clear gaze. Gracious, shut up and assist me with fixing this up, she told her. Is this nitrous? Carly asked, seeing some blue fluid break from it. Okay, hello, I really want that. Ah, that tickles. Naruto said, which cracked Carly. Who said that? Carly asked, glancing around. Yo, here the exceptionally attractive Lembo, Naruto said as Carly checked him out. Did the vehicle simply talk? Carly asked Michaela. No doubt, Michaela expressed, just as the shock wasn't areas of strength for that. Cool, another voice said, cautioning them. Miko, Carly said, holding her chest as Miko terrified her. I truly need to quit allowing you to come here, Michaela said as she employed Miko as a temp for periodic assistance as she was as yet 17. Miko Nakadai, at your beck and call, so what do you really want me to do? Miko asked Michaela as she peered inside the vehicle. After 1 hour. Blast, Miko said as they wrapped up. Fastener can thoroughly take an illustration and fix work from these three, Naruto said as they disposed of many marks and stopped up his holes. In any case, so what are you? An outsider? Michaela asked him. That's right, Naruto said as the vehicle vanished and a human Naruto showed up. Just to fill you all in, I was human turned robot that can switch between the two, he said as he saw he had a few previously recuperating scars. Hi attractive, Miko said as the two young ladies had a similar idea as despite the fact that they all saw him around school, seeing him shirtless was great. So the thing are you doing here in Jasper, Nevada? Carly asked him. Well, I was simply unwinding. I'm an Autobot. The person that attempted to slag us was Blockade. He's a Decepticon, Naruto said, providing them with a concise history of Cybertron. So Autobots great, Decepticons terrible, got it, Miko said evidently. Cool, might we at any point get a ride, she asked, figuring it would be cool. I need to report back in and tell the others Blockade's visiting the area, and since he saw Michaela he'll focus on her. I don't think I have a decision, Naruto said as he turned into a vehicle again. ANF_D opened the vehicle up. You mean there's a greater amount of you, gracious wowzers, Carly said as seeing his vehicle structure and understanding their planet was essentially a fight ground was a front line for this conflict. Ratchet, Naruto said as the bot made a ground span entryway. Later at the base. Are you certain it is astute to allow them to remain? Optimus inquired. Optimus Blockade saw Michaela's significance. He'd focus on her to get to me, Naruto said as Blockade had an extremely profound disdain for himself and in spite of always losing a battle against him. "How's RC?" he asked as while he battled Blockade Cliffjumper was taken and soon offline. "She isn't grieving, yet she is solid and she'll make do," Optimus said as they all knew and experienced misfortune previously. "No doubt for however long we're there for her," Naruto said as distress wasn't something one managed alone. "Your empathy for your partners is genuinely noted, close buddy," Optimus told him with an affectionate grin. "I attempt and RC said she and Honey Bee were spotted too?" Naruto asked him inquisitively. "Indeed by 3 people," Optimus said as that made 7 all out with the ones that accompanied Naruto. The first of many, Naruto expressed realizing there would be more in the future as he was shocked they had been covered up this long. "Without a doubt, old buddy," Optimus said as being robots in camouflage was troublesome and couldn't generally be not difficult to stay stowed away. The following day, Naruto remained external to school and saw the 3 people RC and Honey Bee referenced, Jack Darby, Raphael Esquivel and Sari Sumdak. Raph and Sari were taken on by Jack's mom June after a lab mishap with Sari's dad, and Raph's mom during a lab trike turned out badly, bringing about Sari's dad and Raph's parents' demises. "Have to say, Sari ain't really awful," Naruto pondered internally as he felt something odd from the young lady as she seemed different from different people, same with Raph. Naruto looked as Honey Bee moved up to the 2 on the walkway as RC stopped a piece further away. "You know she will attempt to undermine them," Honey Bee said as RC was never very tactful. "Them or the young ladies?" Naruto asked with a slight laugh. "Both either," Honey Bee told him as both were logical and conceivable. Few moments later. "Hello, is any other person inquisitive with respect to why those scouts were here?" Naruto asked as the scouts being in this town so near the base. "No doubt it's like they were searching for something, sure Blockade didn't call them?" RC asked inquisitively. "No, he appeared to be shocked to track down me," Naruto said as Blockade would have attempted to catch off guard him. "You don't figure the cons could be keeping an eye on us, hacking into our comms?" Honey Bee inquired. "Wouldn't rule it out for Soundwave, interchanges is his thing," Naruto said as he met the con one time, and to say he was hazardous was putting it mildly, yet grinned when he recollected Kurama tearing up Laserbeak. "You folks going to let us know where we're going?" Jack asked as he was inside Honey Bee with Raph and Sari. "Quit clarifying pressing issues," RC said as she drove quicker as she was in front of them. "What did I say?" Jack asked, figuring he accomplished something wrong. "Nothing, she simply has an attitude," Naruto shared with him as Honey Bee had an open line. "Mightn't you at any point quiet her down?" Honey Bee asked him teasingly. "Sure, give me some alone time with her and I'll have her quiet in the blink of an eye," Naruto said with a chuckle. Hi, kid tuning in," Sari expressed, discussing her sibling Raph as she covered his ears. "Goodness right," Naruto expressed, quieting down. "For what reason are we heading for a mountain?" Raph asked as this street was evidently shut down off. Raph found his solution when the piece of the mountain they were setting out toward opened up to uncover a carport. "Cool," he said. "Very much like in the government operative films," Naruto expressed as there was a great deal of free time here. They drove inside until they arrived at the actual base, and they saw Fastener chipping away at the PC with high alert as Bulkhead and Chromia were moving cartons. "Greetings honey, we're home," Naruto said with a chuckle. "We can in any case shoot you," Chromia shared with him essentially. "Ah, yet you wouldn't screw up this, it'd demolish the tomfoolery," Naruto expressed, motioning to himself. "Valid," Chromia said with a slight blush. "Decent wheels," Honey Bee told Raph as he had a little toy vehicle that matched his vehicle mode. "Much obliged, got it for my last birthday," Raph said as he loved his little toy vehicle. Honey Bee changed into a Camaro and opened his entryway. "Want to go for a ride?" he asked as the kid and his sister bounced in. "Well, we have one watchman settled," Naruto said with a laugh. For sure, Optimus said with a grin as Honey Bee was the most youthful among them, not including Naruto, but rather they didn't consider Naruto, he was made totally mature. Hello, Lift said, looking seeing Lurk concealing in the shadows. Good tidings, Slink expressed, bouncing down and started turning the kid upward and down and checked out at the boisterous young lady with pink tips. I'll take him, he said, feeling this one was at least calm. Furthermore, Bulkhead has Miko, which makes 3 gatekeepers, Optimus said as he found it simpler to let every bot and human find who they associated with the most. Then, at that point, who's watching these two? Since Naruto can't watch 2 separate individuals, Bulkhead asked, alluding to Michaela and Carly. We'll take them, RC and Chromia said as RC took Michaela and Chromia took Carly. Indeed, suppose I'm clear, Naruto said, not exactly annoyed. Not a single one of them picked him. So I get your outsider robots, however what are you doing here on the planet? Jack asked inquisitively. Think outsider film displaced people cause our planet went to damnation, Naruto said as he didn't require Optimus to give a set of experiences example. Also, on the grounds that the Decepticons, all the more explicitly their chief Megatron, tries to guarantee this world, he wants Energon to do so, and we've been battling with them over the stuff for a long time, Honeybee said. Energon? Raph inquired. Energon, it is the soul, fuel and our ammo for all Cybertronians, Raphael, Optimus told him. Is it simply all of you? Miko asked inquisitively. We have companions everywhere, Miko, prepared to come if necessary, Naruto said as certain Autobots were stowing away and doing long-haul exploring. Why aren't they here? Sari inquired. Energon is dispersed all around this planet. We want others to secure and investigate something else for when we really want it, Naruto said as he learned he never truly required it as he some way or another made his own. Puzzled Earth innovation. Fastener said as Honeybee returned as they were restricted to the base. Maintain that we should investigate, Raph asked as he and Sari took out their PCs. Good gracious, Wrench said and shut up as he saw green checks rather than red X's and was shocked when something on the screen sprung up. What's the issue at any rate? Raph asked him inquisitively. Cliffjumper's sign, it returned on the web, Fastener said after at last getting the screen to return. Every one of the bots froze at the notice of that. Naruto focused on RC and recognized Trust clearly, and she and Cliffjumper were close. Afterward, truly disdained this, Naruto thought as he abhorred being encircled by foes while being vigorously dwarfed. Naruto, great to see you once more, actually see you're squandering your gifts with the Autobots, Slipstream said as she was on a stage with her siblings. What's more, I see your sibling is as yet dressing in drag as a femme, however you don't see me grumbling, Naruto said as Starscream became maddened. The bots took a gander at the Vehicons were laughing at that joke as was Thundercracker. Quiet. Starscream said out of frustration. Must have been hard screamy, for such a long time Megatron was gone and for him to return and reclaim authority, however at that point once more, you never were pioneer material, Naruto said as he saw Megatron watching in entertainment. The Vehicons laughed some more at that, making Starscream snarl. We should confront it, Starscream, you would never have driven the Decepticons. You couldn't in fact lead a procession, Naruto said as Megatron let out an all-out chuckle. Obliterate them. Starscream said as the Vehicons pointed their weapons again, however one was all the while giggling. I swear each mission we go on closes in a fire battle, RC said as this should be a salvage. Quit chuckling. Starscream told the one actually giggling. Goodness, and don't even get me going on that screeching sharp voice of yours, I mean are you normally that shrill? Naruto asked inquisitively. What? Starscream said, showing it, making the Vehicons chuckle some more. What are you doing? Honeybee asked, pondering for what good reason Naruto continued to make them giggle. Diverting them while I check the mine, Naruto said as he gazed upward and saw in some measure half of Cliffjumper's body. Absolutely no chance that is alive, he thought as the body was sliced clean down the middle but was sparkling purple. Tracked down precipice. I think, he expressed facing up at the portion of the body looming over an edge. Quit snickering and obliterate them as of now, presently. Starscream said as he saw Naruto was gone. How does a mech that enormous move so quick? He expressed searching for Naruto. Ability, Naruto expressed from behind him prior to punching him. Well, greetings once again Naruto, Megatron said with a smile. Hi to you too Buckethead, Naruto said as he drew out his two sabers. That capacity actually baffles me. You are fundamentally a mobile stockpile, Megatron said as Naruto's capacity to make weapons was all the while astounding. Preferred to be a weapons store over a desecrator of the dead, Naruto said as he probably was aware Megatron did something to Cliffjumper's carcass. Splendor again is shown by you. I'm speculating you could detect it the second you showed up, Megatron said. Indeed, the blood of Unicron, dull energon, Naruto expressed as there was nothing more hazier than this feeling he had when he drew near to Cliffjumper and Megatron. God help us, you've been moved by something similarly as dull, maybe less, recall the dim flash. Megatron said, indeed, when you had a go at utilizing it to ruin me into your worker such a long time prior, Naruto said as that was a period he want to neglect. There's nothing you wouldn't do as a Decepticon, Megatron said as Naruto had a lot of dim potential. In view of you I have dim abilities currently, abilities I actually don't have the foggiest idea, Naruto said as he was reluctant about the possibility of utilizing. Obviously taking into account how you are apparently similar to the main successor to Primus, presently in a way you are the main beneficiary of Unicron, Megatron said as the powers of Unicron and Primus were nothing to laugh at. As of now had a prescience like that on my head once buddy, I'm not hoping to be put through another once more, Naruto said as he frequently considered what it'd be as he was in a real sense implanted with the two powers. Primus gave you life in that well, for what reason? Because of the dim flash you were given power as though given by Unicron and you squander it, Megatron said as he made a ruse utilizing the dim flash on Naruto believing that him should turn into his steadfast worker who had both the abilities of Unicron and Primus. We going to continue to talk or going to battle? You're wearing me out here old bot, Naruto said as he grinned as Megatron drew out his cutting edge. You bots aren't getting this energon. Slipstream said as she threw a touchy and changed followed by her siblings. Some other time then, Megatron said as he withdrew. Autobots fall back, Optimus expressed requiring a ground span. Don't bother, Naruto said as he arrived close to the bomb and defused it. Presently we should seize this energon before Megatron smartens up, he said as they didn't have the assets Megatron did and this mine would last them a surprisingly long time. Back at the base. You got the energon yet shouldn't something be said about Cliffjumper? Wrench asked as they strolled through the ground bridge. Not bluff, basically not any longer, Megatron utilized dim energon on him, brought him resurrected as a beast, Naruto said as he put him down before RC could see him like that. Basically we got the energon, RC expressed attempting to see the brilliant side. Any word from the others? Naruto inquired. Float is doing fine in Japan, Across is in Jersey, Dog is in the Rockies, everybody's fine Naruto. High Alert expressed grinning as Naruto asked her this often. In any case, how'd you disarm the explosive that quick, Bulkhead asked him. You stay nearby Wheeljack for such a long time you get abilities with bombs, Naruto expressed as in the brief time frame knowing Wheeljack he gleaned some significant experience. Jackie generally did be aware as he would prefer around bombs, Bulkhead said with a laugh. With Megatron, they handicapped the bomb, how? Megatron asked Starscream out of frustration as the bomb was forefront and cutting edge. No thought Master Megatron, Slipstream shared with him, clearly fighting the temptation to grin as she altered the bomb. Ensure this doesn't reoccur, Starscream, Megatron expressed, frowning at his SIC prior to leaving. Quit looking so self-satisfied, Thundercracker, Starscream said. I simply love the wonderful way you can mess up more than any Decepticon ever, but he actually keeps you around, Thundercracker said as he accepted Megatron kept Starscream around for diversion purposes or just to remember his savage attitude. Definitely, how you can be his SIC is impossible for me to grasp. Perhaps he wants somebody better, Slipstream said with a smile. Definitely amazing good fortune with that, Thundercracker said, not needing the work a lot, inclining toward activity. I'm trying to say that perhaps Megatron could show improvement over somebody who wouldn't betray him at first possibility, Slipstream said, knowing very well of Starscream's fantasy about being the Decepticon pioneer. Valid, however, basically you know what's in store from Starscream, Thundercracker said as Starscream generally tracked down away. He's a quitter and disgraceful misuse of Energon, particularly after how he treated Skywarp, Slipstream expressed, scowling at Starscream. Gracious, please, are you actually shedding grease after what occurred in the Ocean of Rust? Starscream said, not in any event, mindful. You abandoned him, our quadruplet sibling, like he was nothing to save your own palate plate. How could the Vehicons trust you, on the off chance that your own family can't? Megatron procured the option to be the pioneer, by right, you. It's never going to work out, Slipstream said, leaving recollecting their lost kin and the justification for why she loathed her sibling the most. What she said, Misfire Head, Thundercracker said, following her, as he never really excused his sibling for the deficiency of their other kin by the same token. The following day with Naruto. Trust everything is working out in a good way for you all, Naruto thought, trusting the best for the others that were out there. Naruto was pulled out of his viewpoints as the others appeared with the others. Bulkhead felt a clank within him as he took out an electric guitar of himself. Apologies, must have left that in the secondary lounge, Miko said, taking it from the bot. Autobots, plan to, Optimus was saying before he saw the people. Carry out. RC and Chromia said together. Stay here, Fastener. High alert, and I will be beyond correspondence's reach. Naruto is in control, Optimus shared with him. Optimus, with all due regard, playing Guardian is a certain something, keeping an eye on another, RC said, making Jack moan as he approached the living quarters. Moreover, Wrench hasn't been in that frame of mind since the conflict. Sure, High Alert has been getting preparing from Naruto yet, she said, as an assault wasn't exactly a go-to choice for them. My cylinders perhaps corroded, yet my hearing is sharp as could be, Fastener said, marginally irritated. For the occasion, it's just surveillance, Optimus said. Why do I hear an edge in your voice? RC inquired. Since my very flash is attempting to let me know something, Optimus said as he felt that this excursion would be something different. Fastener, span us out, he said as Wrench punched in arranges and RC shut it behind them. So, anything on the actions rundown? Jack asked Lurk, who shook his head. I'm going out for a drive, RC said as she took off. In any case, Optimus said for us to remain here, Honeybee said as RC actually drove away. You really anticipated that she should tune in? Naruto asked him inquisitively. Listen, except if it's significant. RC will not pay attention to a request, Chromia expressed, trailing closely behind RC. I didn't think having the people would be that a very remarkable issue, Honeybee expressed, verbally processing. I don't believe it's them, she's still in grieving. A ton has changed as of now and we as a whole need time to adjust, Naruto said. Unexpectedly a boisterous sound of criticism was heard as Miko connected her guitar. I will clean my shield, Lurk said as he didn't expect on remaining to hear Miko play and needed to have his defensive layer prepared for when he wanted it. So what, I'm sitter now, Honeybee told them. So Naruto, why go to class in the event that? No doubt about it, Michaela asked him inquisitively. I like to learn, Naruto said as he got a kick out of the chance to learn in his extra time. Recollect Grimlock and his group, man, you ought to have been seen them. They were a gathering of con smashers, and no one squashed cons more than Grimlock, Honeybee said as they were initially models worked from pieces of DNA. Shockwave revealed since he was unable to find a genuine example like a fossil. You believe they're still near? Naruto asked as they were lost some time in the past. Knowing, dreary, better believe it, the Goliath really gathered the heads he detached from cons and put them in his storage, Bulkhead said, pondering where they were or what was befalling them. Out of nowhere a caution and a green light started blazing. Vicinity sensor, speedy stow away, Bulkhead told the people as they took cover behind his foot, not precisely what I had as a main priority, he shared with them. I swear get inside, Naruto said as he changed and had them all conceal inside him, opening up windows so they could inhale as he changed back. Why'd Fowler decide to show up now? Honeybee said as this was horrible timing. Regardless of what world the public authority is loaded with dolts, Naruto told him, getting a gesture. Attempt to make this short, it's truly confined in here, Carly said as Naruto was huge. However, about 6 individuals crushed together was not pleasant before an enormous tanned cleaned man strolled in. Prime, Fowler expressed, coming in. Present little man, Naruto shared with him. I'm hanging around for Optimus, Fowler said as he was unable to stand Naruto. Well, you got me his Saisi, Naruto told him. Well, where could he be? Stand by, don't let me know he's out pancaking a mini-mall. Presently I don't have any idea what language you talk on your planet, however all of you guaranteed you deal with the cons, yet blowing a pit in Nebraska isn't what the word handle signifies in English, so you tell Optimus. Fowler was saying before he saw a line going into Naruto's chest. Since when are you bots electric? He asked, contemplating whether that was a thing with them. Before Naruto could answer, a noisy sound came from him. Was that a guitar? What is this? Fowler expressed, checking Naruto out. Oh joy, Naruto said prior to opening himself up, letting everybody out. Contact with regular citizens, Group Prime has truly gone off book this time, Fowler said. Hello, they ran into us and these 3 aided him, Honeybee expressed, pointing at Naruto. By the by, I'm bringing them into government authority, it's for their own insurance, Fowler said as he moved toward the children. Naruto put his foot down before them. We're safeguarding them, he told Fowler as they had a gaze intently at. Is that so? Indeed, perhaps you can make sense of that for my bosses at the Pentagon, Fowler said, leaving. Try not to utilize that telephone, it's mixed up, Bulkhead said as he jabbed the phone Fowler was attempting to utilize, breaking it. This isn't finished, enormous, but by no stretch of the imagination, Fowler said as he left. Who the screw takes a helicopter here? He in a real sense is 50 miles from here by drive, Naruto said as there was a couple army installations in the space, yet the one Fowler went to was the nearest. After 30 minutes, a caution and a green light was going off. My ears, Raph said as he covered them. It's a SOS from Fowler, Bulkhead said as he went to the screen, however didn't have any idea what to push before it halted. Did you follow it? Sorry, asked him. Area check was deficient, in any case, Bulkhead said. Such is life. Truly. Jack said. He's right, as large an ass as Fowler is we can pass on him to kick the bucket. I'm pursuing him, Naruto said as he went to the lift. In any case, how? The sweep was inadequate, he could be anyplace, Bulkhead said. Perhaps I can limit it down, Raph expressed, taking out his PC. Around quite a while back, the public authority began microchipping their representatives, you realize, like proprietors do to pets, he said, making Bulkhead and Honeybee chuckle at the prospect of Fowler as a pet. He's as yet airborne. Raph, send me a connection, Naruto said as Raph had his hailing recurrence. Stand by. What might be said about who took him must be the cons, they're the only one fit for sky jacking an individual, Bulkhead said over the comms. Then, at that point, it'll be a fire battle, my sort of tomfoolery, Naruto said as he took off. Half hour after the fact. Pleasant work getting found out, Fowler said, feeling foul as he and Naruto were being held in handcuffs. Quiet down, the others needed to leave but I came here to save it, show a few fucking appreciation, and screw you Starscream. Soundwave a joy, I see you fixed Laserbeak, Naruto shared with Fowler, then to the Decepticons entering their phone. Welcome Prime, Specialist Fowler. You treat every one of your visitors this decent? Fowler asked, dismissing himself. Starscream laughed. Any companions of the Autobots? Autobot, that one of them coin worked, wash my own vehicle places. Fowler said, making Naruto laugh. Quite, that is how it will be, gee. Clearly no one has let you know I don't see the value in human humor, Starscream shared with him furiously, just for Naruto to grin and spit energon in his optics. I don't have the foggiest idea what you are so priggish about. Me and my kin cut you down, he said egotistically. No Slipstream had a fortunate chance you and your sibling couldn't hit Bulkhead's back rearward, Naruto shared with him, trying him. In reality Lieutenant Thundercracker is a preferable shot over him, a Vehicon expressed exclusively for Starscream to wound him with his paw-like hands. Delighted to realize you're more complex than us savages, Fowler expressed snidely as the Vehicon fell down and died to the ground. Set up the energon nudge Soundwave, Starscream said with an underhanded smile, taking requests from him. Gracious, how the strong have fallen, Naruto said as Soundwave was exceptionally gifted in battle, requiring a couple of catastrophes for repress a rival, even less on the off chance that he's seen them battle, as he was continuously breaking down information and performing multiple tasks. Better believe it, we should sit down briefly to talk with the person in control, Fowler said. I settle on the choices around here, I am in control. Starscream said furiously. Gracious, kindly your SIC to Megatron, Naruto said with a smile, seeing Starscream shake out of resentment. Starscream snarled and reeled his arm back, yet Soundwave prevented him from cutting Naruto in a non-essential spot and left with Soundwave. Not a smart thought to estrange the foe, Fowler shared with him. It is the point at which it's with it. Likewise, I'm slowing down for time, Naruto said as Starscream was unsurprising as he yelled to his detainee, and when irate enough he left them for some time just to return acting prevalent as though he was in charge of things. Well, regardless of whether the others show, they can't simply jump in through the front entryway, Fowler said. You wouldn't believe, Naruto said as that was at times the main choice. After 1 hour. Goodness extraordinary, you once more, Naruto said as Starscream returned. I've come to make you a proposition, Starscream said, sounding mischievously. Sorry, I don't swing that way in spite of your feminine-like appearance, Naruto said, really making Fowler snicker. Starscream snarled out of resentment as his kin snickered too. I swear for this reason I can't kill him, Thundercracker told them. What is it that you need? To make sure I can say no, Naruto asked him. For what reason mightn't you at any point resemble the wide range of various triple transformers and becon? Starscream said prior to quieting down. 'Cause I like to part from the check, Naruto shared with him. I realize the Prime won't talk, however perhaps you will, Starscream said as he held the goad close to Fowler. You will let me know the area of the Autobot base, he said as he enacted the nudge. Naruto recoiled, realizing Starscream had it on the most minimal setting as that was each of the a human can deal with, as Fowler shouted, come on folks, where are you, he thought. After 1 hour, Fowler moaned in torment as Starscream completed the process of destroying him again with the push. You show some coarseness notwithstanding being a human, Starscream said, marginally dazzled hearing Fowler start to meander. Presently consider the amount more you'll need to persevere, until you let me know what I need to be aware, he said, waving the nudge before Fowler. Please, no more, Fowler said in weariness as he felt cooked from the back to front. We'll give you an opportunity to rest, Starscream said as Soundwave showed him Fowler's vitals, and any longer and he'd bite the dust at that point. Come on folks, what's taking so slagging long? Of all times for Kurama not to be near, Naruto said as he didn't remember Kurama back into him before he left. Abruptly a blast went off outside, definitely standing out. About damn time, Naruto said as he was becoming ill of delaying. You truly have that much confidence in those two? Fowler told him. I have confidence in them all, Naruto said happily as Honeybee came in, yet he saw something. What are they doing here? He expressed, checking the people out. You have a go at inspiring them to remain behind. Bulkhead said as he took a gander at Miko, who smiled regardless, was perplexed that she was inside him without him knowing. How about we get you out of those? Don't bother, Naruto said as he inhaled prior to packing, and at that time where his damages were limited transformed into the silver fluid, and he just hauled his arms out. You might have done that the whole time, Fowler said. Also, risk them harming you? No chance, Naruto said as he wouldn't put Fowler's life in danger in this spot equipped with every kind of weaponry with cons. We should leave, Chromia said as they attempted to get away. Look what we found, Miko said as she took out her telephone showing an image of some sort of Cybertronian science. Great work, I trust all of you are okay. Naruto asked the children. We're great, Carly said as this was truly intriguing. Sneak remained with me constantly, Jack said as Slink never walked out on him, safeguarding him and the others. Great, presently how about we blow this pop stand, Naruto said as they got away, however at that point had a thought, we should take from them, he said, loving where his contemplations were going. Later at the base. He has a serious openness to Energon, yet he'll get by, High Alert expressed, investigating Fowler. What did all of you face? As all of you seem to be poop, Fowler expressed, seeing them generally shrouded in debris. Try not to ask, likewise we have enough Energon to last some time, Naruto said as they had the option to take 33% of Megatron's Energon. We generally do because of crafted by our away groups, Optimus said as he put a cast around Fastener's arm. However, I see you practiced misguided thinking in permitting the people to go along with you, he expressed, checking the others out. Not my shortcoming, I went to save him, Naruto said as he highlighted Fowler. No doubt, and got found out, Bulkhead shared with him. Did I? Naruto shared with him. Flashback. Slipstream Thundercracker convey the prime, Starscream said as he went through a ground span. Hello sister, Thundercracker said, leaving Naruto in her grasp. I swear you numbskulls make it too simple, Slipstream expressed, remaining before the ground span. Hello, one of those boneheads is likewise a government operative for us, Naruto said, advising her that Thundercracker was additionally a covert operative with her. Be that as it may, he has barely any familiarity with me and he sucks as a government operative, Slipstream told him. Valid, Naruto said as she put a Cybertronian comparable to a glimmer drive inside his chest. Much obliged, he said as that was data, so he strolled with her through the flashback end. You let yourself get caught so you could get data? Chromia asked him. That's right, Naruto said gladly. Before long your Primus given karma will break down, RC said as that was a hazardous trick. What data did you secure? Similarly as with this image of the prince for a space span, there isn't a lot other valuable data to acquire, Optimus shared with him. Could space span schematics, Naruto said as Cybertronian tech was a long ways in front of human tech. There was somewhat of a hazy situation with it. We probably won't have the option to have a full space span, yet we can supercharge the ground span, he told them. The ground extension can go any place on the planet. What more super thing should be possible? Wrench asked him. What about the environment or the moon? Naruto said as that was the briefest reach they could possibly get. What reason would there be to be finished on the moon? The ground span as of now can go in the air, with the legitimate directions, Wrench told him. Megatron at times takes the warship over the air, Naruto shared with him. Indeed, and what reason could we have to board the enemy? We're simply a little, not many, not a military, Fastener asked him. We just struck 33% of their energon and took 20 Vehicons each without any problem, Naruto said to Titan. As a result of you, Bulkhead said. You're the only one of us who could really walk into that thing and return out, RC said as Naruto just need a slight opportunity or chance to battle. Alright, fair point, Naruto said as he could take discipline. What's more, you are the one in particular who can fly and the foe likewise flies, which makes it hard to pinpoint, Chromia said. Other than as it is the ground span couldn't realistically expect to arrive at space, not without the gamble of snapping and sending everybody across the stars, and how precisely would we say we are to redesign it when we have the hardware to do something like this appropriately? We adjust Earth tech, not great, but not terrible either. Then nothing. The ground span is made of Earth tech. Damnation take Raph, and sorry they fixed every one of your bugs in it, Naruto said. It was made by me, and a PC and a space span are two unique things, Wrench shared with him. Gracious Test acknowledged you, Crab, sorry said as Naruto sent her the schematics. That is all you could obtain. Could you not gain some other valuable data? Optimus said as being on the foe was an intriguing and open door. Gracious, would it kill you all to fragging? Accept this as a triumph of some sort? Naruto asked a piece heatedly to them all. Please accept my apologies, it's simply that where's the utilization in it when all it benefits is you? High Alert said as the main thing great was that they could board the foe, which was close to difficult to do as it forever is film and they can't follow it to allow them to have the option to board it. I'm grieved in the event that we are showing unappreciation to you, close buddy, Optimus said as this could be helpful whenever given the right circumstances. Fine, however, assuming we go through and hit only air, I'm reworking your barbecue, Chromia said. Fine, what did you face at any rate? Honeybee asked Optimus. Swarms of Cybertronian undead, Wrench said. Zombies? You battled zombies and I missed it. Miko said, finding that cool. It doesn't take a virtuoso to sort out Megatron's arrangement for that scaffold on the off chance that he had dull energon, Naruto said. Indeed, yet where in the world is he going to find that numerous Cybertronian undead, Wrench inquired. Not Earth home, Naruto told them. Cybertron is effectively multiple times Earth's size, Raph said as Naruto showed them a projection. What's more, with the dull energon hitting Cybertron's surface, the dead will rise and be all influenced quite a bit by, High Alert said in dread. We can't allow this to occur, Optimus shared with them. In any case, their extension is in space and like I said, one wrong maneuver extending the ground span that far it could snap sending you all over the stars, Fastener said. We can in the event that we supercharge it, Naruto said getting a piercing glare as Fastener and the two clever people got to work. I actually express venturing out to the moon is a misuse of energon, Ratchet shared with him. Well, this is orbit, stopped your bitching, Naruto shared with him. Try not to cause me to use your mouth shut, Fastener shared with him with a menacing glare. Prime, Naruto said as he was alluding to himself. Furthermore, Wrench said, not minding as of now. What might you be without my voice being heard? Naruto asked him as everybody watched and snickered. Glad to partake in the harmony and calm, Fastener said as he generally partook in those minutes. Well, that is simply mean, Naruto said. Fella, you talk more than me, and that is saying something, Honeybee said as he was somewhat of a big mouth himself. I don't go on and on, Naruto told him. Purent, you can't go 5 minutes without talking, Michaela told him as he continued to talk whenever offered the chance. Their correct unit, you couldn't possibly quiet down, Kurama said as that was reality. Naruto turned and moped making them snicker. Work everything out, we really want to arrive at that space bridge, Optimus said as expanding the ground bridge's reach had never been more objective. Naruto sneers conceitedly. Fine, you're making a difference, Wrench said throwing a few devices to Naruto. Ah, man, do I need to?" Naruto asked as he was more into breaking stuff. Ratchet got Naruto by the sound receptor. "You needed this so awful, presently you're helping currently come," he said as he started pulling Naruto with him. Okay, ow, ow, ow," Naruto said in torment. Sari cheered as she pulled Raph along to help them. Barely any hours after the fact. "Gotten done, say thanks to Primus the scaffold endured the updates," Fastener said cheerfully. "Definitely no doubt. How about we go? I don't really want to have a multitude of the undead here," Naruto said as he could feel the haziness inside him starting to beat. The people got out whatever they expected to their accomplices before they got together. "Optimus, on the off chance that you leave me abandoned on a planet overflowing with people, I won't ever excuse you," Wrench said as rusting sounded better. "Once more, until we meet, close buddy, Autobots, carry out," Optimus said as they changed and went through the ground bridge. "Greatest overdrive," he said as everybody got it going. In space, the ground bridge opened as they all left. "Autobots, change and gravitize," Optimus said. "I'll remain airborne," Naruto said as flyers could fly in space as Energon made it conceivable. "So Megatron's pressing sufficient dim energon to raise Cybertron's dead?" RC asked him. "What's more, since we don't have the method for crippling the space span, nothing gets in or out," Optimus said as he actuated his blasters, as did the others. "We need to stop the things on the opposite side of the entrance," Naruto shared with them as they had a fight on two fronts. "Well, what are they sitting tight for?" RC asked as the adversary came up to the entrance, however remained there. "They're waiting for their opportunity," Optimus said as Megatron was perhaps chuckling and absorbing this. "It seems to be their interstellar route framework got busted," Naruto said as he focused in on the exhibit and saw it was broken. "Hello, that is my workmanship," Bulkhead said. "Great work, Bulkhead. Without the dish, Megatron will not be able to go for the gold at Cybertron," Optimus said. "What might be said about every one of the ones on the planet?" Naruto said as he flew all over the place and some of the time saw a great deal of government sites, like the monster-size exhibit radio telescope dishes in Texas. Raph asked over the comms. "Great work, Raph. Fastener have specialist Fowler alert the cluster staff to the security danger," Optimus said. "That might be a test," Fastener said as Fowler was still a piece out of it. "Raph, sorry. Might you at any point hack it on location to keep a certain Decepticon out?" Naruto asked as he would have rather not managed Soundwave. "Perhaps," Sari said as Cybertronians were exceptionally best in class. "Work everything out, Wrench," Optimus said. "Alright, we have to prepare. Megatron is sending in flyers," Naruto said as he could unfortunately take on a limited number. "Amazing," Bulkhead said as he initiated his destroying ball. "I was getting exhausted," Chromia said as she broadened her arm, cutting edges like her sister. As they were battling the cons, the space span started to move. "Hold up," Bulkhead said from the abrupt development. Then, at that point, similarly as it moved at another bearing. "Who?" Honeybee said as he surrendered. "Without a doubt, this must be Raph and Sari's doing," Optimus said, sounding extremely dazzled. Then when it moved for a third time frame, the scaffold enacted. "I can't stand Soundwave," Naruto said as that con was excessively shrewd and excessively irritating. They saw Megatron on top of the foe holding a monster piece of dull energon which he then, at that point, tossed into the entrance. "That was an enormous lump," Naruto said as he saw a dazzling purple light through the entryway. "So how would we beat a whole planet of the undead?" Bulkhead inquired. "Optimus, I'm perusing a steadily growing mass in their space-time vortex, one with an exceptional energy signature," High Alert said. "Dim energon, we should obliterate the space span," Optimus said. "Optimus, on the off chance that you do that, we'll always be unable to get back," Fastener shared with him. "I'm apprehensive we have no other decision, close buddy," Optimus told him, sharing his bitterness. Then, by all means, let us light our breaking point, Wrench said, realizing this was their main decision. Autobots, take your positions and follow Fastener and High Alert's leads, while I make my stand, Optimus said as he went to see Megatron traveling their direction. Yet, Optimus, Naruto was saying, "Go Naruto, they might require cover fire, I will be okay," Optimus shared with him. "Damn it," Naruto thought as the others planned to be amassed right away. "Your individual Autobots are insightful, they know when to withdraw," Megatron said as he accepted it as a sign they dreaded him. "I hold no deceptions about drawing in your military Megatron, yet I could wreck their goal, by eliminating their head," Optimus said as he brought out one of his blades. "Exceptionally far-fetched, Optimus, as I'm injected with their very wood," Megatron said with a chuckle. "One will stand, one will fall," Optimus said as they went head-to-head. "What's more, the one that will fall will be you," Megatron said as they conflicted with Naruto. "Ratchet, we're ready," Naruto said as he passed on the others to get Optimus as he and Megatron generally conflicted and talked more than really killing the other. "Okay, RC has switched the energy current, presently go," Wrench said. "Okay, let me dash." Naruto was cut off as he heard RC and Chromia moan as Megatron swapped down and shot them, making them begin to drift away. "Damn it," he said, demagnetizing, and got them and tossed them into the ground bridge. Naruto snorted as Optimus handled him, and the two went through the gateway too, similarly as Megatron had a go at terminating at Naruto. "Damn, I feel it," Naruto said as his eyes gleamed purple. "I feel all the mayhem," he said as he felt every one of the dead zombies and Megatron. "Hang tight for it," Lurk said. Out of nowhere Naruto couldn't feel them any longer as the space span detonated. Back at the base, everybody arrived on the ground. "That was cutting it a piece close," Naruto said. "Isn't that what you do constantly?" High Alert asked as Naruto was continuously gambling with it till the latest possible moment. "Got a point," Naruto said as he laughed timidly and scoured the rear of his head. "Prime, I didn't get to thank you for the save, I owe you one, we as a whole do," Fowler expressed, checking Naruto out. "Ah, you do mind," Naruto said with a smile. "Fail to really understand who can," Kurama said as he basically refreshed. "Goodness shut it, good for nothing bot," Naruto said. Kurama's optic jerked before he swung his tail and thumped Naruto's feet from under him, making him fall onto his back. "Gratitude for the save," RC shared with Naruto. "Definitely, we owe you one hairs," Chromia said with a laugh. "Not an issue, presently might we at any point all have some rest, cause getting chance at is tiring," Naruto said, somewhat sore. "Does that mean you're remaining?" Michaela inquired. "That's right, also, who'd want to leave companions like you all," Naruto said as he liked the other people who were gatekeepers changed. The others changed and their accomplices bounced in and brought the people back home. However, before they heard Optimus convey a message. "Without a method for leaving this world, we Autobots take strength in the bonds we have produced with our three youthful companions, genuine heroes. While possibly not in that frame of mind, in soul, I am Optimus Prime, and I send this message. However, we didn't decide to be of Earth, apparently we are setting down deep roots. On the off chance that you approach this planet with threatening purpose, know this: we will shield ourselves, we will safeguard mankind, we will defend our home," Optimus said. With the Decepticons, Slipstream and her sibling watched in repugnance and humiliation as their sibling danced as the officers gave a shout out to him. "Hello sister, would it be a good idea for us we hit Naruto and put Starscream in a position to get rejected?" Thundercracker inquired. "How did you dash?" Slipstream got some information about her being a government operative. "I might be somewhat sluggish, however I'm not unreasonably stupid. Other than if I began showing more ability they'd cause me to accomplish more around here," Thundercracker said. "You wily con, you've been playing everybody, even me," Slipstream said, dazzled. "You have to on the off chance that you want to be a decent government operative," Thundercracker said with a grin. We could possibly slip him more data with Starscream in control, Slipstream told him. Ugh, I can't stand hearing that, Thundercracker said. Me too, yet sit back and relax, I have an inclination it won't keep going long, Slipstream said as she felt Starscream would screw everything up for himself. Want to let us in on the enormous arrangement? Slipstream asked Starscream, who was leaving with Soundwave. I will find a fighter who will follow my orders and set a model for the soldiers, Starscream said as he needed to declare predominance over the soldiers. So you're leaving and never returning? Thundercracker asked before he and Slipstream chuckled. Quietness, nitwit, Starscream said as he and Soundwave took off. He truly makes it excessively simple, Slipstream expressed. Likewise with Soundwave gone, the boat was more defenseless than any time in recent memory. Educate me, Thundercracker said as they took data they typically couldn't with the Decepticons' eyes and ears around. With Naruto. Optimus, what's going on? We ought to celebrate now that Megatron is gone, Naruto said. I don't dissent, it's simply a little piece of me expected to alter Megatron's perspective, not quench his flash, Optimus said, tragically recollecting the bot Megatron used to be. Optimus, his abomination wasn't killed by your hand, yet by his own wound. Haughtiness, Wrench said, making Optimus moan. Please accept my apologies, I know both of you had a remarkable history, he said, knowing how they started. Yet, the Megatron I once battled next to died ages back. The day he decided to turn into a Decepticon, Optimus expressed unfortunately as he left. What's more, individuals said you have a major heart, Kurama expressed wryly as Naruto and Optimus were fundamentally one in the equivalent when it came to those vital to them. The Decepticons might be in confusion, yet they really do have a pioneer, and keeping in mind that good old Screamer is no Megatron, he's still distant from unsurprising. Naruto expressed as subject to Starscream's authority. The Decepticons were to a lesser extent a danger than with Megatron having the rules. Out of nowhere a blast went off. Decepticons, we're enduring an onslaught, Wrench said as they ran over and saw Raph with Honeybee with just the right amount of well of lava. It's no assault, Wrench, it's simply my spring of gushing lava, Raph said before the fountain of liquid magma emptied. Or was, he expressed unfortunately as it in a real sense backfired. Ratchet investigated and saw Miko with Bulkhead, who was holding up little copies of the planetary group. Keep it actually mass, Jupiter needs its red spot, Miko said as she painted before a glob dropped onto the floor. What in the all-spark is happening in here? Wrench inquired. Our undertakings are expected tomorrow, Jack said as Slink was assisting him with assembling a cruiser, having a little battle about science. That would be a very bad idea, Fastener, Naruto said as he probably was aware how much the surgeon cherished the subject, yet Wrench's more indefinite science might not have been perceived by Earth principles. Maybe it needs this, Lurk expressed, holding up a tailpipe. You're a bike, Lurk, shouldn't you know how to fabricate a cruiser motor? Jack inquired. You're a human, Jackson, might you at any point make me a small digestive system? Lurk asked him. I have made one, however it's being used, Jack said, being shrewd with his gatekeeper. Well, you can't deal with these undertakings in here, you're making a wreck, Fastener said as he got a kick out of the chance to be tidy. Ratchet, they're little and are scarcely bringing any hardship, let them be, Naruto said as Wrench generally tracked down motivation to pester. What's more, the science fair is a major piece of our grade, Raph said as this was significant. No doubt in the event that Mass doesn't assist me with completing my model of our planetary group, Miko was saying. Gracious, and what does Bulkhead be aware of your planetary group? Or then again Honeybee of your volcanoes? Or then again, Sneak of our bikes? Jack said. Definitively, we're not Earthlings, and they're not researchers, Fastener said. Yet, the Autobots are their watchmen, Wrench. Would it hurt to learn a greater amount of Earth by assisting them with their homework? Optimus said, seeing the advantages to aiding their charges. Better believe it. Fastener isn't helping. In addition to Sari and Carly are making a duplicate of my motor, Naruto said as his motor was progressed. Also, your task? Jack inquired. Crap, Naruto said as he totally overlooked himself. You could join mine. I mean, I'm making a vehicle, Michaela told him. Love it, Naruto said as he turned human. That gets constantly cool, Miko said in fervor. No it doesn't, Naruto said as he helped Michaela. Not many hours after the fact. Blast, Naruto said as they wrapped up making a Camaro much to Honeybee's pleasure. Abruptly the sensors went off. Uncovered energon, and it's progressing, high alert said as she actually looked at the readings. Furthermore, in the event that we're not pulling it, think about who should be. Chromia said. Decepticons, Lurk said as he prepared. I think me, Honeybee, Optimus, and Mass will be sufficient, Naruto said as he saw the scanners got a limited quantity of dull energon. With you it's in every case enough, RC said as she sent him a wink. As you detest misfiring every time we go at it, Naruto said teasingly. Hello, Sari said covering Raph's ears as she probably was aware the two of them understood what they were getting at as they comprehended Cybertronian phrasing. Remember about crashing, Chromia said as high alert become flushed. Will you simply proceed to take your perviness with you? We have ventures to wrap up, Sari said as she had a dull blush all over. Okay, enormous but we're going. However Wrench you are not permitted to help them, Naruto said as he was intense about that. Few moments later. Naruto Prime, it has been some time, I have not seen you since the skirmish of Techner, Megatron requested me to destroy you, Skyquake said as he took out his weapon. Well you're going to join the famous club of individuals who have neglected to kill me, Naruto said as it was a many individuals. The silver seepage came over Naruto's servos before a reproduction of Skyquake's Gatler was in his grasp. I always remember a gift I take from another person, he said with a smile. Skyquake I request you to remain down, Starscream expressed hollering at him venomously. Request this. Skyquake said before he underhanded Starscream. Slipstream would have paid a great deal of high grade to see that more to do it without anyone's help, Naruto said with a smile. Skyquake, this is another period on a different universe, side with Autobots and assist us with finishing this contention for eternity, Optimus expressed attempting to interest his feeling of reason. I won't ever favor a prime, Skyquake said prior to thundering as he charged and punched Optimus into the stones around them prior to tossing him into Bulkhead. We should go Honeybee, Naruto said as they charged him. Skyquake terminated at them yet Naruto made a safeguard to hinder them prior to handling Skyquake down. Get off me, Skyquake said as he started Naruto off. Not that I'm griping however for what reason isn't he doing any air assaults? Bulkhead inquired. Skyquake has not yet gained a vehicle mode, Optimus said. Skyquake thundered as he charged. Fall back, Optimus said as everybody changed and dashed away. So time has made you a quitter Prime? Skyquake said as he trailed not too far behind them. No weakness here, Naruto said as the side of his vehicle mode opened up and discharged a firearm at Skyquake. The gathering split up and Skyquake pursued Honeybee. Honeybee did a twist confronting Skyquake and going backward before his vehicle outline sprung up and he began terminating at him. It will be a disgrace to crush you Bug yet it is my obligation, Skyquake said before Optimus blared his horn making him go to him before Optimus punched him into a wall. Astounding procedure of diverting him, Honeybee, Optimus expressed glad for his scout. Skyquake snarled as he got up. Skyquake, remain down. Naruto said as he uppercut him thumping him onto his back. Never give up, Skyquake said as gotten Naruto and tossed him. Naruto changed into his truck structure and afterward into his stream structure and started taking shots at Skyquake. Those wings ain't so valuable currently are they, he said tauntingly. Unexpectedly they heard one more airplane and admired see Specialist Fowler stream flying over them. Specialist Fowler fall back. Optimus said in desperation, yet it was past the point of no return as Skyquake examined the stream and changed into it. Honeybee bounce on, Naruto said as Honeybee got on the stream. Changed Naruto, when I draw near, hop on and you know the rest, he said as he probably was aware Honeybee could make it happen. At the point when Naruto drew near, Honeybee hopped onto Skyquake's fly change and started poking hole into him, and before Skyquake crashed he bounced back onto Naruto. Had Skyquake decided to wander from his lord way, we may not be covering him today, Optimus expressed unfortunately, as he abhorred killing as he accepted all life ought to be esteemed. Following day after the fact. So how'd the ventures go? High Alert asked inquisitively. Incredible considering we didn't do Titan stuff, Naruto said, making Fastener snarl at that. Barely any days after the fact. Have I at any point referenced I love having a mythical serpent mode? Naruto asked as because of it he been able to expand his temperature for fire assaults in addition to other things. Not however much we do, Chromia, Honeybee and Bulkhead expressed as without that the icy temperatures would likely wreck them. I assume I see it, Honeybee said as they were following an article. We should simply get before I freeze my orientation off, Bulkhead said as he was losing feeling in his parts. Well, I can imagine something that could truly warm us up, Chrome, Naruto told her. Does all that emerges from your mouth must be pervy or sex-related? Bulkhead asked him. That's right, Naruto expressed rapidly as it was humorous. Ugh, I needed to ask, Bulkhead said, strolling squarely into that. What about's less reasoning with your garbage and more reasoning with your computer chip? Assist us with getting this thing out of the ice, Honeybee said as he needed to leave. Barely any hours after the fact. I let you know, Doc, we're fine, Bulkhead expressed, removing a string. However, High Alert pushed him back onto the table. Which we don't realize except if you go through typical thawing out methodology. You know, delayed openness to freezing temperatures can cause long-lasting framework harm, High Alert said as they looked marginally frosted over. Ratchet, anything on our icy find? Optimus inquired. Not yet, Optimus. Can't get a sweep while it's frozen strong, Wrench said as he suspected it could stand by till the others were dealt with and examined. RC and I will get back to the icy to figure out a greater amount of our find, Optimus expressed, figuring there may be more out there. Just until your sensors go off, when your center temperature arrives at the blue zone, Framework's disappointments aren't probable, they're inescapable, Fastener said, realizing Optimus would be cautious and wouldn't face a pointless challenge. Motor thunders were heard as Chromia moved in with Sneak, letting the people out. Miss us, Docbot? Miko asked enthusiastically. Shouldn't they be in school? Fastener requested in a whiny tone from voice. On a Saturday? Naruto told him inquisitively. I wasn't expecting a carpool, what gives RC? Michaela asked as she was with Miko. My chance for icy investigation obligation, RC said as she needed to get some security on. The icy? I've without exception needed to see snow, Raph said as it was generally hot around here. I would bring you along, Raphael. However, cold circumstances are excessively risky in any event, for we Autobots, Optimus said as though it was perilous for them, it was a capital punishment for people. I get it, Raph said, somewhat miserable. Yet, I will bring you back a snowball, Optimus expressed, attempting to encourage him. That'd be magnificent, Raph said as a snowball from Optimus would be the size of an igloo or little vehicle. Bring me one as well, Sorry said as Optimus and RC went through the ground bridge. Transport total, Wrench said before the PC ignited up, impacted Earthling innovation, he said as he sincerely missed the development innovation from his home planet. As the people went up to the living quarters, Wrench investigated the PC for the ground bridge framework. Computer game competition. Honeybee said in energy, loving the human action enormously. No doubt. Sorry said as she adored anything tech-related. Honeybee Bulkhead here currently. Fastener said in direness. Gracious, what is it now? Naruto asked as he strolled over, and why call them as it were, he asked the doctor. I really want truly difficult work. The ground bridge is down, Fastener said as he needed this fixed before Optimus and RC stuck to death. Down. Yet, Optimus and RC went however okay, Honeybee said in worry as ground crossing over was crazy and in the event that it was interfered with there was no determining what the impacts were. Indeed they did, bringing them back worries me, presently eliminate those boards, /hack Wrench expressed needing to rapidly do this. Few moments later. That is the third time the lights have squinted, High Alert said as she was thinking about the thing was causing the floods. What in the all-spark? Wrench said eliminating central processors uncovering what resembled nibbles to be removed from it. Hello folks, look what I found, Raph said as he held up a little bot. We're occupied, all. Fastener said prior to shouting seeing what was in Raph's grasp. Hold up, hold up. Bulkhead said as he and Honeybee hopped up pointing their weapons at it. Hold up, what's going on? Sorry asked getting before Raph alongside the others. Scraplet, Scraplet. Bulkhead said frightfully, what's a Scraplet? Raph asked in interest. The most perilous vermin to at any point slither upon the essence of Cybertron, Fastener said. Truly. Yet, it's little and you're gigantic, Michaela said not seeing what the issue was. You have no clue about what that little thing can do. Bulkhead said as he shuddered. Truly. Carly asked before it awakened and checked out at the bots and before long uncovered spiraling sharp teeth. Keep still, Naruto said as he was human and snatched it. The Scraplet saw Sari prior to charging at her before Kurama rushed at it and spotted and before long saw a couple of more show up and go for Sari. Alright youngster, for what reason are they going for you? He said inquisitively. How might I know? Sari asked pondering for what reason they needed her. Unexpectedly similarly as they went for her some went for Raph also. Naruto put his hand out and shot a downpour of flares that softened the Scraplets. Alright, what on God's green earth? Naruto said as he failed to see the reason why they were singling out Raph and Sari. We can investigate this later, yet first I in all actuality do accept I know how the Scraplets got in here, Wrench expressed pondering. Few moments later. It's a snare, a Scraplet trap, Fastener said as he saw the Goliath shell and saw whatever was in it broke out. Avoid Scraplet trap, Bulkhead said in dread as deciding from the size and how huge Scraplets were there were handfuls. The little bugs were in balance until we defrosted them out, Chromia said in acknowledgement acknowledging they screwed themselves. What's more, presently they're grabbing everything in the base, Sneak said. Ratchet attempted correspondence with Optimus didn't yet get anything, impacted Scraplets have gotten into the comlink frameworks, in the event that we don't kill these dangers quickly the whole base will be decreased into a scrap heap, he said in stress. I say we bug out and allow them to keep it, Bulkhead said in dread. Impossible on the off chance that we don't get the space span back internet-based Optimus and RC will die from the cold temperatures. High Alert said. They must have gotten into the Energon fuel line to the scaffold, Naruto expressed attempting to figure out where the Scraplets caused the most harm. Alright, we really want to coordinate off, people with you. I'm electing to look out while they fix the scaffold, Jack said as he was certain they were the ones that knew how. Extremely daring of you kid, in the interim me and Kurama will run and mine the Energon fuel line for spills, Naruto said as need might have arisen to proceed to do a few checks. While we go on a bug chase, Miko said as she ran off. Both of you stay with them, Naruto said as he highlighted Jack as he was interested regarding the reason why the siblings were being focused on. Oh joy, Bulkhead said as Honeybee shook in dread. After 30 minutes, releases fixed, Naruto said as he completed the fixes. I see you've had some good times. Kurama expressed taking a gander at the numerous dead Scraplets in the room. Also, we've fixed the scaffold, High Alert said as she maintained that this day should be finished. Presently the main inquiry, do we send the dreadful little creatures out, or get our folks? Bulkhead asked inquisitively. Optimus and RC will be new meat, Wrench said. We want Trap to inspire them to get through the scaffold, Naruto said. Where are we going to get Lure? They've previously grabbed everything in here. Chromia said. I'll be the Trap, Naruto said, offering himself up. What's more, let yourself be nourishment for them. Impossible. High Alert said right away. Well, my wonderful medical caretaker, do you have a superior thought? Naruto asked her with a difficult smile. High Alert turned her head to see Kurama troubling one of her devices languidly with not any worries whatsoever. Few moments later, I truly need to quit annoying that doctor, Kurama said as he was frantically getting as far away as possible from the Scraplets. You're accomplishing something beneficial, pal. Naruto said as he saw Kurama running into the room. Screw you. Kurama shouted before he entered the extension to the IC, and when the Scraplets had a go at going for Optimus and RC, the virus got to them, freezing them immediately. I'd welcome you in, yet the spot is a wreck, he said with a laugh. Few moments later, could I at any point be quick to say we seem to be scrap, Naruto said as they generally sat before the ground lady of the hour shrouded in ice or had different openings in them. So who had the most awful day? RC asked playfully as it was an even tie as of now. Me, Kurama said as he was pissed. Like you thought she planned to gamble with her man to be Snare, Naruto said as High Alert got significantly redder. More like she won't risk losing what was between your legs, Kurama said as he frowned at him. Steam emerged from High Alert's face as that was said. Ugh folks, Michaela said as she checked out at Raph and Sorry. Goodness, what no dash, Fastener was talking about before he froze as he checked the most youthful individuals out. Raph had a little cut on his leg which started while Sorry's arm had a cut which did likewise. Alright. I didn't get anything, Naruto said as he had no savvy comment or reply for this. Few moments later, by the Allspark, Wrench and High Alert said as they did a great deal of tests on the two people. They're half human, half Cybertronian, High Alert said. That is conceivable, the female people expressed, checking out at Naruto briefly. That makes sense of why my sister is drawn to you, Raph said as Sorry attempted to cause him to be tranquil yet wasn't quickly enough. How can this even be the case? Naruto asked as he probably was aware he could do it, thinking about what he did on the normal yet a bot before him. Life tracks down away, Honeybee expressed, snickering before Naruto hit him on the head. I have no clue, I thought the main techno-natural, would you say you was nevertheless this? I don't have anything, Wrench said as he was lost. I keep thinking about whether my father knew, Sorry expressed, pondering her departed dad. I keep thinking about whether my mother knows, Jack said as she was their primary care physician, as Jasper was a genuine unassuming community. This could make sense of why June has consistently done our physical checkups, Raph said, thinking it was plausible she, other than causing the young ladies to acknowledge they can get with Naruto. What do we do now? Honeybee asked inquisitively. Well, we figure out what else they can do, Fastener said as he needed to run a long series of tests. Hello, you ain't jabbing or nudging me or my sibling crotchety bot, Sorry said insubordinately. Essentially not the pleasant way, Naruto said before High Alert elbowed him in the stomach. Sorry, I was unable to stand up to, he said, not having any desire to be slapped once more. Does this mean RC, High Alert and Chromia have contest now? Honeybee asked as he then, at that point, got punched by Chromia. Alright, I get it, not entertaining, he said, not having any desire to annoy the femmes. However, he raises a valid statement, Naruto said with a laugh as they scowled at him. Quieting down, he said, lifting his hands. Gracious sibling, Kurama said, thinking his life just got more muddled. What? Try not to believe we're contest. Miko asked as the femmes. Miko, zip it, Bulkhead said in dread for his accomplice. To be rivalry you should be viewed as a danger, RC shared with her. Gracious, this will get revolting quick, Naruto said, as this was the beginning of something awful. Like that time you transparently said you thought eight-legged creature was hot. Kurama said as RC shot him in the face. Why the face, he said irately. What's more, remember about her sister, Naruto said as RC impacted his face. You truly do understand those truly don't hurt, right? He said as she pointed lower and her blaster murmured. Like you'd heard it, he said unhesitatingly. RC protested as she set her blaster aside. I really want an excursion, Kurama said as this was stupid. Stand by, does this mean all of you have organs like we people do? Raph asked inquisitively. Oi, Honeybee shared with him. We have our own one-of-a-kind organs, he said as they had a bigger number of frameworks and body parts than the people. That some work precisely like people use, Naruto said before Honeybee punched him in the stomach. Hi, kid. Honeybee expressed, pointing at Raph. A 12-year-old should be completely unaware of that stuff, Sari told him, giving him a glare. I swear today has quite recently been one enormous cerebral pain, Kurama said, shaking his steerage. Not many days after the fact. Recommendation: but hold work on the voice box and more deeply study your objective, Naruto said as he cut off Wheeljack's arms. How? The faker said feebly. You're anxious, unsteady on the subtleties, you don't have the drill, and I know Wheeljack similarly comparable to Bulkhead. And that is no joke, Naruto said as he caused Wheeljack's swords to show up prior to cutting the faker through the flash. Wheeljack's body started to move until it became dark and it changed. Stopgap, I knew it. Naruto said as he had an inclination he perceived those propensities. How? Miko asked inquisitively. Improvised is a shifter, meaning he can change into some other bot he gets data about. Genuinely, Starscream just expensed the cons. An extraordinary resource as having a shifter in your group is perfect for spying, Naruto said as he fairly regarded the shapeshifter. Somewhat like having you is. RC asked as Naruto had that capacity. You realize it, child, Naruto said gladly. Meaning assuming that is improvised, Jackie should accompany the cons, Bulkhead said. I can deal with that. Time for them to acknowledge why it was anything but really smart for me to get alone time with a shifter, Naruto said as his plates turned and he contracted until he became shoddy. I can't take a bot's weapons, however their capacities too, he said with a smile. Meaning you can penetrate the enemy to get Wheeljack, Chromia said, thinking this sounds fun. Better believe it, I'd have Thundercracker and Slipstream do it, however that doesn't really seem fun at all. Naruto said, loving a test and didn't have any desire to gamble with their situation. Yet, how would you jump aboard? Wrench inquired. Simple, I'll ask, Naruto said as he went after his calm, knowing Starscream's hailing recurrence and professed to be improvised. After 1 hour. Well, gander at the appalling con who took my attractive mug, Wheeljack expressed, frowning at improvised. Great to see you as well, old buddy, Naruto said as he utilized his genuine voice. Ha, let me surmise he didn't endure one moment in the base. Wheeljack said with a smile as he was happy his companions realized him so well. No, I got him in a flash and got his stunt, Naruto said with a smile. Stopgap, I believe that you should answer to the scaffold right away, Starscream said over the comms. Presently what? Wheeljack asked as he couldn't stand Starscream's whiny voice. Time to have a great time, Naruto said as he broke Wheeljack's ties. Time to wreck a few things, he said as he held out certain explosives. What we wreckers do best, Wheeljack said as he took out his swords and needed to leave wrecker style. Scarcely any hours after the fact. Best gathering of all time, Wheeljack said as he was shrouded in debris. That's right, Naruto said as he cherished what they did on the boat. Presently, how would we leave? Wheeljack said before a ground bridge was opened before them. I can express gratitude toward Soundwave for that, Naruto said. They are right there. Starscream said as they pursued them. So I hear you have a space span now, Wheeljack said as he and Naruto were strolling into the entrance unafraid even as Starscream shot a missile at them just for them to go through the entry and the rocket to harm a few PCs. Method for going nitwit, Thundercracker said. You caused more basic harm than they. Slipstream said in disappointment and disavowal. Starscream shouts in disappointment. Few moments later. Welcome to the Wrecker's Kid, Wheeljack shared with Miko as she was a bona fide wrecker. They'll do those fixes for quite a long time, Naruto said laughing, yet definitely I concur Miko was destined to be a wrecker, he said as the young lady was clearly horrendous, and knew how to cause devastation and pandemonium. Seems like somebody knock up to rivalry level, Miko said as she stuck her tongue out at RC. RC snarled at that. Well, things just got seriously fascinating, Michaela said as she giggled a bit. Goodness, simply hold on until he begins expressing something as he never quiets down about you cuties, Kurama said before Naruto kicked him away. He'd say exactly the same thing in the event that he saw our English educator, Miko said. Naruto gave her a dry look. Hello, I'm a great deal of things a liar I ain't, she said gladly. You haven't seen our English instructor buddy, Carly told Kurama. Her name's Vivian Wembley, she's English, Michaela said as individuals in a unique way generally appeared to be more alluring in some way. Beginning to wish I had English class, Naruto said before RC hit him. What? He asked getting a hot glare from the bike. Might you at any point say possessive? Honeybee shared with Bulkhead. For what reason do you lash out when he thinks the people are hot? Kurama asked inquisitively. Pointless rivalry, RC told him essentially. Definitely, yet he's part human so dash, Bulkhead was saying before RC shut him up with a look. I see, C is as yet possessive of you, Wheeljack said unobtrusively, not having any desire to be in her line of fire. That is my sister for you, Chromia said as her sister approved of her. Barely any weeks after the fact. Hello Fowler, who's she? Naruto said, seeing a lady stand behind Fowler discreetly. Tessa Yeager, Fowler said, presenting her. She's my new colleague and I thought with the steadily developing populace here she'd be a ton of help here, he told them. Alright, we should go vehicle this perilous gadget and ensure the miscreants don't get them, Naruto said as they generally changed and took off. After 4 hours. You realize they got our outputs, Optimus, Naruto said as Mech got a decent surface sweep of them. I might dare to dream they are fruitless in anything they attempt to achieve, my companion, Optimus said as he could have done without the Shadow Association. I don't think this is the final appearance ever to be made by Mech, Kurama said as he despised off the lattice secret associations. Well, I'm crushing them on the off chance that they take a stab at pursuing our companions, Naruto said as individuals that needed the best tech wouldn't need to go the distance in the event that they had them, and now that they were in Mech's view another hindrance was added to their conflict. Multi-week after the fact. How are you so casual about breaking into a historical center? Michaela asked him inquisitively. I once followed through with something like that back in my old world and did a lot of different times on Cybertron, Naruto said as his ninja abilities hadn't decreased over the course of the years by any means. Doesn't our English instructor hang out there a great deal? Sari asked as she was certain her educate had like a second work there. Assuming she's there I'll occupy her, the fundamental need is getting that energon collector, Naruto said. Divert her no doubt, Kurama said as he snickered at that. You're simply frantic that I can get young ladies while you can't, Naruto said as the two snarled at one another. Scarcely any hours after the fact. Act naturally, Naruto said as that plan never bombed him and he saw no great explanation to transform it now. Greetings Ms. Wembley, he expressed approaching her. Mr. Uzumaki, a joy to see you, Vivian said as she removed her glasses and grinned at him. What are you doing here? Exhibition hall's shut, she said demurely. Might I at any point be an individual who values history? Naruto said as they created some distance from the sculpture. You value something, okay, and it's not craftsmanship or history, Vivian said as she got exceptionally near him. This woman is essentially as awful as you, Kurama said through their connection. You realize I've seen you taking a gander at me and I can't say I haven't done likewise, Vivian said as groped his chest. Without a doubt, Naruto told him intellectually, well perhaps we ought to fix that, he said snatching her back. Well, maybe, Vivian said gnawing her base lip somewhat as she didn't grasp it however something in her was attracted to him. Not long before they could kiss the alert went off. Poop, Naruto thought as he looked outside. God damn it, Vivian said as she was recently denied something she hungered for and frantically required. Damn it, Naruto mumbled as he saw Soundwave leaving with the Reaper. Then a safety officer came around the bend holding Miko and Sari's arms. Think about who I tracked down, Ms. Wembley, he told her. Seems as though you weren't the main one to sneak in, Vivian said giving him a look not knowing whether he had some awareness of those two. Could it be said that you are actually astounded? Okay, they realized I planned to come here to take action and figured they could get some more data for their set of experiences reports. Is that so off base? Naruto inquired. Well, gallery property is feeling the loss of, the safety officer said. Furthermore, you think they took it? Take a gander at them, Naruto told the gatekeeper. Well, except if they can make sense of on where the antique went, I'll keep them until the police show up alongside you, the watchman shared with them. Allow me to settle on a decision, Naruto said as he called somebody. After 1 hour, you reserve no privilege to hold these three, they will be delivered right away, Tessa said as she came in showing her accreditations and everything. What's more, could you at any point make sense of where the gallery piece went? The safety officer inquired. It's been found and returned, Tessa said prior to giving Miko her telephone. Here, you dropped this, found it right next to your set of experiences report, she said as she hauled them out. Naruto let out a murmur of help as they left, and as they did they saw Vivian resting on Naruto's vehicle as he split from it before. The one time a hot lady is resting on my vehicle and I can't completely appreciate it, he contemplated internally. The circumstance deteriorated when he saw a natural Red Games vehicle somewhere far off. Poop, Miko said. What? Vivian said, not seeing an issue. Alright, everybody inside the vehicle please, Naruto said as they all got in. I just needed to screw with a devotee, he pondered internally as he offered a ton of remarks about him previously. What's happening? Vivian asked as she saw a game's vehicle approach. I'd lock in and hang on close, Tessa said before Naruto stunned it and evaded the vehicle as it attempted to smash into him. What is that person's concern? Vivian inquired. He could do without me, Naruto said as he truly expected to learn not to annoy individuals. Naruto long time, Knockout said as he was on the open comms, still want to reimburse you after how you treated my paint work, he said his voice loaded up with toxin. He's pissed you scratched up his vehicle genuinely, Vivian said thinking this person was a twit. Furthermore, this equitable deteriorated, Miko said seeing a cop vehicle with no driver. Might I at any point authoritatively say we're in a bad way and require a help? Naruto asked Tessa inquisitively. That's right, we're in a bad way, Tessa said as she had no real way to make sense of the riderless cop vehicle that was currently terminating at them. Ratchet, everybody shouted either through their telephones or comms. Out of nowhere an entrance opened before a wall that they went through. Ow! Knockout said as he went straight into the wall. My completion, he shouted with dismay. Following day. So what's going on with you? Naruto asked sitting in Vivian's group as they shared a mystery jug of liquor she kept in her work area. I need to say before the caution went off I was very living it up, more than I have in quite a while, Vivian said as she preferred not to concede. However, she had never engaged in sexual relations and this association she had with Naruto, the fascination she felt was astounding. Well, we could have some good times here, Naruto expressed holding up his cup. I'll have you realize I can keep my drinking under control, Vivian said as she drank bottles and just had areas of strength for a Goodness, however you haven't drank with me, Naruto said cheerfully as he could do it as well as anyone. Very much we should go, Vivian said with a smile as she accepted out additional jugs as she generally felt pressure managing the ladies of her family continuously bitching to her.